Welcome to Let's Play Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap. So the Wonder Boy series, originally released simply as Wonder Boy back in 1986 for the arcade, was a very simple timer-based platformer where you ran along, had to collect fruit or whatnot in order to not die. That game was later ported to the NES by Hudson to make Adventure Island. Many people know about Adventure Island, I'm sure, probably more people than know what Wonder Boy is. And of course Adventure Island went on to be its own franchise, of which one of my favorite games is Super Adventure Island 2 for the Super Nintendo. But back to Wonder Boy. As a sequel to Wonder Boy, they later made Wonder Boy in Monsterland 1 year later. Wonder Boy in Monsterland was still stage-based, but it was much more heavily, there was much more emphasis on collecting armor, getting better equipment, a little bit of exploration in each stage. And of course the game ended with a grand confrontation with the Meka dragon. Then came Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, released in 1989 for the Sega Master System. This game went full-on non-linear design, letting you explore and go about wherever you want. Granted, of course, game design prevents you from going to some places or another, but it's very Metroidvania-like. Now, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, was later ported to the TurboGrafx as Dragon's Curse. Dragon's Curse, another of my favorite games. And you may recall I've done a Let's Play of Dragon's Curse here on this very channel. Well, I've got good news for you, because just recently, developed entirely by Lizard Cube, which was a small team of developers, recently released for the Nintendo Switch, amongst, I believe, the PS4 and Xbox One, later coming into Windows, we get Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap. Complete remake from the ground up. But only sort of. The game is so horrendously loyal to the original, in ways that I'll show you shortly. And just as kind of an added bonus, you can even go up here and instead of playing Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, you can play Wonder Girl the Dragon's Trap. Considering you play as Wonder Boy for all of 3 seconds, this actually affects the game at all for about the first 10 seconds of the game. But, you can. Also, I don't think changing this up here actually affects anything at all. Because when you go to make a new save, you can choose difficulty. Of course, I'm going to be playing on normal. You can choose whether or not you want to play as Wonder Boy or Wonder Girl. They both have impeccable haircuts. Well, I'm sure all of you out there know me better than most people, so of course you saw this coming. Before you is the Monster Land. Overcoming various hardships, you have at last entered the monster's castle. Your target is the dreaded Dragon's Room. But unbeknownst to you is the fact that the dragon has the power to cast curses on his enemies. And then the game begins. The last dungeon. The game controls identically to how it did on the Sega Master System. The graphics, of course, have been dramatically overhauled. The music has been completely rescored, orchestral now. Ah! When you get hit, you still make the same stupid expressions. All the enemies have the same stupid expressions on their face. You get bounced and juggled in the same way you did before. And, amazingly, if you want to, you can go into the options and go to retro settings and change the visuals to retro visuals, and even the music and sound effects. And then you can just play the original game. That is how much they have not changed about how the original game played. If you want to play the original, you can. Oh, by the way, because they knew you wanted to see what everything was back and forth between the two, they just put a key for it. You can just hit ZR, and we're back. You can also hit R3 and hear the modern music back. And you can just do this! Just look at this crap! All day long! You can duck? Look at that ducking. This game is, like, visually this game is amazing, but that they stayed so horrendously loyal to the original. This dungeon, of course, is a very concatenated version of the final dungeon from Wonder Boy in Monsterland, where you went up to the end to fight the Meka Dragon. This game starts in that dungeon. You've got all the best gear. Look at this gear. Legendary armor, shield, legendary sword. Yeah, I mean, you don't have anything else. But, like, look at those stats. 255, everything. I'm wrecking. Oh no, I've been taken back to the entrance. So in the original Wonder Boy 3, it also did this, where it was, the final dungeon was, or Wonder Boy 3, it also did this, where it was effectively a giant maze. I don't recall them making a sound effect that told you when you were going the wrong direction. But then I've also only ever played Dragon's Curse. I never actually played the original Wonder Boy. But this is sort of a maze. And you're going this way. And then you've got to make decisions. Do you go left or do you go right? And if you go right... Nope! You chose wrong! So we're gonna wick our way back, gotta fall back down, gotta jump down here. Look at that guy, shooting fire out of his mouth. Gotta go left. Hey, you! And do the same crap. Look at this. Look at this crap. Look at this door with a big old key on it. There is a little bit of an opening in the ceiling here, but like you can't jump high enough, so I don't know if they changed the collision for that. I don't imagine they did. It wouldn't make any sense that they did. Why is this candle? Pop yours, dude. There's also some indications they have in this version. Like, so hey, there's a light coming up there. And you can see, here's a guy, he's a skeleton, he's got a sword. Ah! I got him. I got him too. Also respawning enemies, same deal. Like that guy. And here it's super techno, but as we get closer, it gets slightly more techno. That guy's got a lot of HP. As we approach the Meka Dragon's lair. Here to finally send the Scourge to the fiery pits. Meka Dragon! And the fight's even the same! Ah, I got hit. Thankfully, I have, like, crazy HP, because that's how this works. That's how the intro works. They're not gonna kill you in the tutorial dungeon. And if you want to, there's the original fight. In all its glory. Exact same stupid fight. Whata! Oh no, I missed! You do the same juggle, too, when you get hit and you're still invincible, so you just kind of keep bouncing until you can, like, stop being invincible, like, stop having temporary invincibility on safe ground. Monster. I'm gonna have to actually start trying this or something, because this is embarrassing. Hey. Got him! Can't let that wisp touch you. Gotta get the money, because money's important. Gotta buy stuff. Whoa, poop! Oh no! I've lost all my hearts. Now I'm a lizard. Lizard woman. So the graphics for the various transformations between... Oh, by the way, everything here is on fire. Here, it's just flashing red. Because, like, the place is blowing up. Crap's going down, man. So the graphics for the various transformations in this game do not change between Wonder Boy and Wonder Girl. Using that key, opening that door. Everything's still falling. Let's see what it looks like. I can still duck. Look at me ducking. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here, blocks. I got places to be. I got blocks to not get hit by. Oh no, I got hit! Thankfully, you've still got, like, crazy defense just for this little bit of an intro, so even though you've been knocked down to 1 heart now that you're a lizard, you can still take a pretty fair beating. And we gotta wait for a minute. Look at those blocks falling. You can just do this! Just look at that going! Alright, let's get out of here. Huh. Skeletons! We're out front of the castle. Look at this castle, it's still blowing up. It's on fire. Need that money. That guy had a hat. We did it. And now, proceed with your adventurous undertaking. By the way, you can also swap this. And see you can see the original friggin'... Oh, and then that takes us to town. This is going to be our main hub over the course of the game. You can run, you can hop. Look at that crap. This is what it used to look like. Now, in the original game, it felt like you controlled very slippery. They even did this in Dragon's Curse, which... Dragon's Curse was just straight up a port of this game. They didn't change any of the programming. But it feels like you're very slippery moving around. But in here, just the map, just as much as giving you a turnaround animation, changes entirely how that feels. It no longer feels slippery, even though mechanically you're doing the exact same thing. So there's a lot going on here in town. Got a big house over here on the side. No door on it. And a lot of stuff we can't do, like these checker blocks that we can't interact with yet. We got this. Thank you. So you can cure for free here. I imagine she'll charge after the first one. Oh, but if you go in with the original... Hey, and this is what it looked like in the original in Wonder Boy 3. You may recall even from my Dragon's Curse Let's Play. This is exactly what it looked like. You can even do this in here. You don't have to leave or anything. That skull's looking at me funny. Got these blocks down here I can't do anything about. Got a door here that's locked. Shop. That is indeed the best sword that I can currently afford. And I'm gonna buy it. Oh, if you go in, he does give, neat little... They give little, like, these little, blurbs for each piece of equipment here, and it's just a nice little bit of flavor to everything that's going on. You can also change this. Shopping, please! So I have a better sword. You can go to your menu and change. Whenever you buy a new sword, it automatically equips it, so you don't have to be in here, like, super often. I will say, one thing that I really like about this, just as far as a port goes, is the controls are a little simplified. Because in the original Wonder Boy, of course you didn't have that many buttons on your controller, so they had to make do with what they could. And if you wanted to select different magic spells, you actually had to go into the menu, go over to magic spell, and select the correct spell. And you had to, like, hit the right button, and I swear I never hit the right button, and I could never figure out how to hit the right button. It was just, I could never quite figure out what exactly was going on with it. So, here you can still do that, but it's very easy because menu navigation has been improved vastly. But you can also just hit R and L and toggle through all the spells. I mean, we only have one, we have Fireball. And then to cast a spell, you had to hit, like, up and attack or something, which I also had a very hard time figuring out as a kid. But here, on the other hand, there's just a button for it. You can just hit A, and there you go. There's your Fireball. I'm out of Fireballs now. So this room currently has no real purpose, because in the original, this was the password room. That is a very surly-looking fortune teller. You can, even though you see the password here, but you don't see it here, you can still hit a password and or hit a button and it shows the password, and you even get a little bit of flavor text for it. Like, I can't praise this enough, though, because you can tell every step of the way, even the fact that you can just do this, that this game was done with the utmost love for the original. Another one of these blocks I can't do anything about. Got a door over here I can go in, and I can fall down a pit. Got a door. Oh yeah, give me that heart. And that's an extra heart container! Hooray! You get the weird, like, appearing and disappearing doors and all that crap. Like, they didn't change anything. Just as the door suddenly appears and then disappears, they changed nothing, and now I'm underwater. That's that chest I just opened. So off I go, running underwater. That's what it looked like before, by the way. And we can make our way outwards to the beach. You can even duck and he does a little tail curl thing. Okay, he does the tail curl thing. It's great. Yeah, look at that going. Look at that stuff and how it's working. Well, alright. I know we haven't covered a lot of game yet, per se. I've mostly just been gushing and talking about a lot of stuff. But, until next time, everyone, when we continue playing Wonder Girl, the Dragon's Trap. Next time, the beach. Those clouds, look how great that are. Look how great the art is in this game.